It is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2015 Salutatorian Ryan Plunkett.
Good evening, Brother Dan, Mr. Lally, administrators, faculty, family, classmates, and friends. I'd like to once again welcome all of you to the graduation ceremony for Xaverian Brothers High School's class of 2015. I'm truly honored to have the opportunity to speak to you. And although I stand here, alone at the podium, I represent all that each and every one of you has accomplished during your time here. Academically, athletically, and spiritually, we've been challenged. Yet we've risen above, and we've conquered all that's been thrown our way. We should be proud of that. But if there's one thing that Xaverian has taught me, it's the power and importance of a thank you. So I'll start there, because I do owe a lot of them. Yes, I think I've worked very hard as a student, but I've also run into some great luck, and have had a lot of things go my way. I was born into an amazing family, with loving parents who've done everything for me. So Mom and Dad, thank you. This diploma that I'm about to receive, it has my name on it, but it's for you. I've also had a number of great teachers who've both inspired and motivated me to be my best. At times, I may have absolutely despised you for giving me a ridiculous amount of homework, but I want you to know how much I appreciate all that you've done. Thank you so much. Once again, this diploma that I'm about to receive, it has my name on it, but it's for you. And lastly, I want to thank you, my classmates. 200 graduates from 56 towns, but one class. I don't call you friends. No, I call you brothers. I'm so proud to call myself a member of such an incredible class, and I will never forget all the memories we've made together. And you best believe it. This diploma that I'm about to receive, it has my name on it, but it's for you. I can't say thank you enough, and I'm certainly forgetting some, but I'm also thankful for the chance to address you. So I'll take a break from the obvious thank yous. I find it pretty ironic that I'm speaking at Xaverian's graduation because I never actually wanted to come here. In fact, I'd never even heard of the school, couldn't pronounce its name, and decided to apply on a whim. Is it Xavier, Xaverian? I had my sights set on another school, one down the street in Dorchester, whose school colors rhyme with balloon and told. Maybe you've heard of it? I'd always dreamed of going there, and Xaverian had never even crossed my mind. But when my family and I punched 800 Clapboard Tree Street into our GPS for the first time, things changed. Something about the way the guys here carried themselves, how the parents were so passionate about the school, how the teachers went out of their way to say hello at the open house. All these things resonated with me, and so I became a Hawk. And whether you'd wanted to go to Xaverian since before you could walk, or you were dragged here, kicking and screaming by your parents, I think you must have felt the same way after visiting. Because you're still here, and you made it. I never wanted to come here, and now I don't ever want to leave. Despite the nostalgia that I feel, I'm confident that bigger and better things are yet to come, as long as we keep working as hard as we did while Xaverian students. I realized this as a freshman during one of my first classes at the school. Mr. McKinnon, my theology teacher, was still learning who we were, so he went around the room, asking every student to say his name, where he was from, and what he hoped to get out of high school. He eventually got to the kid sitting to my right, who I later learned was Prince Waluigro from Mattapan. Prince, where are you? Prince. Rather than saying he hoped to get into a good college or play a varsity sport, as almost everyone else had done, Prince said he wasn't sure what he hoped to get out of Xaverian. When pressed, he finally stated that he'd heard high school is the best 4 years of your life, so he hoped that would be true. I'm not sure if Mr. McKinnon had anticipated the answer, but he looked around the room, and then he said, "No, I hope you're wrong." We were all a bit taken aback by this, but he clarified what he meant, saying, "If high school is the best 4 years of your life, then I've failed. Then we, Zavarian as a whole, have failed. Because my job, the job of any teacher or school, is to set you up for success. And then it's your job to get there." This idea has stuck with me throughout my high school experience. It embodies all that Zavarian stands for as an institution. And I now know that it's true. We've all had a lot of fun at Zavarian, but we've also worked incredibly hard. All the things that we've done here, nobody can ever take those away from us. But if this is our peak, then something's gone wrong. These past 4 years, yes, they'll be quite difficult to beat. But I have no doubt that the class of 2015 is capable of accomplishing even bigger and better things. Along with looking back on my time spent in classrooms at Zavarian, I also reminisce about the hours I spent in the cafeteria. No, I didn't spend all my time cooped up in the library, like many of you may think. I learned more sitting on those uncomfortable seats at the caf tables than I ever could have imagined. Whether I was stealing tray fries from a friend, asking a peer for advice, or complaining about Clay Buckles' latest miserable performance, I wouldn't trade any of my experiences in the cafeteria for the world. As an underclassman, I didn't know many kids, so I made it one of my top priorities to sit at a different lunch table every day. Although slightly awkward at first, actually very awkward, I met some of my best friends because of this, and I hope that at some point during our time at Zavarian, I've shared a meal with each of you. If not, I'd be happy to grab lunch sometime, as long as you're buying. Over time, I started going to the caf less and less, not because it wasn't fun, but because it was too much fun. I swear, it's like a vacuum down there. No matter how much work you have to get done before next period, as soon as you sit down, it's like you just can't leave. Or maybe that's just the procrastination we've all come to know and embrace, the true mark of any good hawk. Knowing that I won't ever be in the caf again with my entire class for lunch, that's sad. But knowing all that we talked about and accomplished, now that's awesome. It's truly incredible. While Zavarian helped me to develop friendships, it also taught me how to develop my faith life. I entered the school as a cradle Catholic. I'd been taught the faith by my parents and never really questioned it. However, upon arriving here, I learned that there was a lot more to faith than memorizing prayers and quietly mumbling hymns off-key. It requires both doubt and critical thinking, and at times, I did struggle with these. But in campus ministry, I found a way to develop my faith and put it into action. As a class, we participated in the sophomore faith experience. Although the 2 days went quickly, the trip itself was so much fun. No matter who you were, the time spent in community with your brothers gave you the chance to meet new people and open yourself to a relationship with God. This retreat helped reveal to me the power of faith, and because of it, I became more involved in campus ministry here at Zavarian, even taking part in the pilgrimage to Italy. Undoubtedly, these 11 days spent in Rome and San Gimignano were the best part of my Zavarian experience. Eating gelato, walking the streets, and staying up late playing cards, these are things I'll never forget. I also might have seen a cool big church or two. In Italy, I never wanted to leave because I didn't think it could get any better. But we did leave, and senior year was awesome. Upon returning, I participated in XLI, and I had the chance to spend another week with my brothers. It brought us even closer, and we readied ourselves for one final year together. Now, I stand here at graduation, one final night together. And once again, I don't want to leave, but I have to trust that God will continue to guide us and bless us as He has so wonderfully done these past 4 years. So boys, I guess this is it. This is our final time together as the class of 2015. And the longer I talk, the longer we get to stay together, so I guess I'll just keep on going. You don't have any other plans for tonight, and if you do, maybe you should cancel them. I'll be here a while. I'm just kidding. But really, here's to us. The anxiety we felt as underclassmen, the long nights spent studying, and the stress of the entire college process, they've all led up to and culminate with this, our graduation ceremony, this one night. It's impossible to celebrate 4 years in a single night, so I encourage you to reflect upon your Zveran experience when you have a moment. I know that I certainly will, and I also know that it will take a while to fully appreciate all that this school has given me. Maybe I'll never fully recognize it. What I do appreciate, however, is the camaraderie that our class has developed over the past 4 years. And with the utmost sincerity to each of my classmates, I say, I love you. I love you because you are so remarkably unique. I love you because of all that you have done and all that you will do. I love you because by your life, you have changed mine. One final time, I will say it. I love you, and I challenge you to say the same tonight. Thank you.